opioid epidemic response. Here we call it Izhitwaawin studio, and we're gonna have different speakers come in here and share their knowledge about whatever's going on in their life and in their workplace and what's going on in their recovery too. I have a guest here. His name is what is
Bonjour, my name is David Bowen. I'm with the Red Lake Nation Chemical Health Program. I'm a counselor down at the Northern Winds Treatment Center, and I'm also a certified Group 1 or 245G comprehensive assessor.
Izhitwaawin Abashing Dudba Nagizi Duden.
Masabe and Dishmakazo, Medizi Duden, Washington, Bonjour. Bonjour.
Right now we're just gonna go off of what's going on in his life, and he works at the Northern Winds Treatment Center. And I'm gonna ask him what it's like working over there and what kind of treatment program, what kind of treatment does your treatment center offer for clients?
So what we offer is a 12-step program. It's a 16-bed co-ed, and we offer all kinds of different. We offer group counseling, individual living skills, some peer support. And let's see, we can do recommendations for mental health, because I know we have a mental health board that we can get people in to address their mental health issues, their PTSD, anxiety, and just others that all stem from trauma, right? Let's see, and we got some women we can. So when people come in off an assessment, we identify what their substance of choice is, and then we go off of there and we start working from the ground up off of there.
Alright, the comprehensive assessment, and they can go to the Red Lake Indian Free. Their number is 218-679-3321. I think Red Lake Indian Free. You can go up there and you can sign papers, and then you will eventually get a call to do it over the phone. Or some people call you when they do it in person. So have that in mind that we can do it on the phone, or you can come back and do it in person. Right now that I slowed down on my comprehensive assessments. I did probably like 150 in the last 2 years. This year I think I did that much. I think I did maybe half of that. Last year I did 74. This year I probably did like half of that. But yeah, it's just when you get into that groove of when you're available and you're there for people, and you always gotta be ready, because someone's gonna come in wanting help, and you wanna be there. You want to give them a helping hand, get them where they need to be.
Well, I know for a fact that when someone's reaching out for help and they want help, like now means like now, not today, not the next day. When a person's at that stage and they come in and they're like, man, I'm lost, I need some help, I found out that you need to just drop whatever you're doing right then and there and just help them, things tend to go in the right direction from there. And that really pays off. But most of the time, a lot of them are influenced by the court too to get that stuff done, which also is good too, because then everything is going great from them. If they're court committed, then they're in custody, you get them right to where they need to be.
Just let people know that, man, there's help out there. You gotta reach out for help through Northern Winds Treatment Center in Redwood, Minnesota, and there's a Washington Treatment Center in Bowen. And there's one in Wilton too, in Northern Minnesota Addiction Wellness Center. And there's Oshki Mandu in Boise for women. They also offer outpatient for Suboxone clients over there. There's Red Lake Mars too, and right there by across the road from the hospital.
Yep.
And other than that, man, it's just what do you know about, what did you hang on to when you decided that you're done? What did you use? What helped you?
So what helped me was, man, it's kind of a little backstory, a little bit in depth of my backstory here. I was struggling with my addiction for like 15 years. 7 of that years I was struggling with alcohol. Another 6 years I was struggling with hard, with the more hard stuff. And towards the end of that 7 years, I have an older daughter who didn't really want nothing to do with me at the time. She didn't want no relationship with me. I overdosed when I was by myself one time, and she just showed up out of the blue and saved me. But that's what helped me, man. And so I end up being a candidate for the bridging program, which specializes in Suboxone or buprenorphine. They get you on a stable dose through there, and eventually you'll transfer over into the Mars program, which is a long-term dosing for Suboxone. I've been on Suboxone in their program now for the last almost 3.5 years now, and I've been able to live a productive lifestyle as a counselor, as a dad, as a husband, and just a productive member of our Red Lake Nation community here. But it was a long road, man. There's a lot of bad things in my life that took place.
Like what is your program offer for people that have that dual diagnosis where they have a substance use disorder and have a mental health issue that's underlying that they haven't been treated for, and they probably don't even know that they have it. They just regular to them. And what do you guys offer for them kind of clients?
So when we get a person that comes in, and we evaluate them through the comprehensive assessment, there's a piece on there. It's called the gains part, and that might give us a little bit of insight on if they are displaying some mental health disorders. What we like to do is we like to try and treat those simultaneously. What we'll do is we'll refer them to recovery care at the Red Lake Indian Health Services at the hospital there, and we can set them up with a mental health therapist there. We're just mostly trying to get them to routine, and because some of them are in mild withdrawal stages. So we're they're able to program long as we can kind of get them into recovery care right away and stabilize their withdrawals, and just kind of give them like a day or two to kind of start programming themselves. Yeah, so recovery care they have mental health therapists there too. Culture, a lot of the stuff that really helps with that is the sweat lodge and praying and smudging every day. That helps with some of that stuff too.
Yeah, it's like putting out your tobacco every day.
Was that this morning? I greeted the sun. This morning, that was the first time I've done that. I seen the sun coming up, man. I told him, "Bonjour," and thank you for helping, giving the Mother Earth life this morning.
Nice. It's like everything just goes in key. Like your whole days is nothing but blessings. Blessing after blessing when you're in that kind of mode.
And you notice that too. Like you notice that how that works out when you do things like that to start your day.
Yeah, like even like if you live by a lake too, you can even just go out there and then greet the lake, put tobacco in the lake, put even like a piece of whatever you had for breakfast, piece of toast even, spirits will love that stuff.
So man, I've been trying to make as much progress as I can with myself. In the program, I've been taking a lot of different trainings. I'm working on my UMACAD, bro. I had 12 hours left. I got 12 hours left. And I just completed 6 of them last 12 hours just this morning. And tomorrow will be my last training session. I'll have my 150 hours. I'll be able to send it to UMACAD, and and I've been working on this for so long. It's really worth it, man. My job to help people that are struggling, when they're lost and they need help. And my job, it really love doing what I do, man. I know I'm still learning a lot, but I've become kind of like good at what I do, I think because I love it so much. Because if the things that I'm doing now if it saved my life, I know that all the things that all the mentorship that I've inherited over this time, and it mixed with, the culture, the mentorship, all the trainings, once I combined all that, and once I can put it all together and help people, man, I know it's going to help other people in their life if it's helped me. How about you? What are some of the things that you do in your part? I know you've been doing this for a long time, bro.
Yeah, I've been with Chemical Health for almost 7 years.
Wow, man.
In April, it'll be 7 years. And I just went, I moved. I was living in Lawrence, Kansas for 12 years. And I moved to Oklahoma, and I couldn't find a job over there. They wouldn't hire me at all over there. And I was like, my auntie Muggs passed away, and I couldn't make it home. I was like, "Man, maybe it's time to move home." And I came home, and I just relaxed and did some ice fishing until they kicked us off the ice. Because I got here in March and April, and then after a while, I was like, man, it's time to get a job. I went to Chemical Health, and they hired me right there. So I've been there ever since. And it's just helping people and getting them where they need to be. It's awesome to see the good stories out there, man. And when we see somebody reach that point and they're like that person made it, man. Good to see that kind of thing,
And it just makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
I was counseling this individual, and it was good to see, man, because now this individual actually moved forward in their life, and they're gonna be working for the program as well. Just like you said, seeing this, just reflecting back to, hey, man, I remember going through that, like a good friendship through those 5 months I spent with this person, just constantly listening and reflecting and guiding and mentoring the best I could, based on my own life experience, to get this individual through the program and have them build up their own self-confidence, and watching them go on their own after that. That was just a beautiful feeling. That makes it like all worth it, man.
We're gonna I reached out to someone today and yesterday, and we're thinking of bringing them in to go teach people how to trap.
Okay.
Because man, I never trapped, and there's people that out there that probably never trapped either. That's a part of our survival is trapping and different animals for food and for clothing and all that, man. And I just want to learn how other people to learn that part of our culture is trapping and what is it called when they tan hiding? Tan hiding. Yep. Even he's gonna show us how to do that. Even, but yeah, that's what's in store for this next month is trapping and tanning hides, other things too.
So I got these traps right from a veterans giveaway, and so I cleaned them up. And I was just messing around with them, and I went and set some out. I went and put one out, and the next day I went and checked it, and I caught this little bluebird, man. Up in there was the mom and dad bluebird. Bro, they were like crying and yelling at me, bro. And man, I felt so hurt and sad, bro. I don't think I'll ever try it again. I felt pretty bad, man.
Wait, was it a kingfisher or was it a blue jay?
Like a blue jay. You could tell it was their baby.
Oh,
man. I felt pretty bad, man. But
no more trapping for that guy after he caught a baby.
Yeah, man, they were like crying, man. Like they were like, that hit me different that day.
You're gonna get out on ice too?
Yep.
Ice fishing, you do a lot of that?
Yeah, man. So like, I ice fished for like a full season, like every day as much as I could. I remember one time they weren't letting nobody go on the ice because of how cold it was, and it was a windstorm. My dumb self went out there anyways, and my propane ran out, and I lost the keys in the snow. Oh. But yeah, man, I'm a pretty good fisherman, man. I love fishing. It's a lot of fun when it's nice out and stuff, and you're catching good. Spend time with the family. You good at fishing?
Nah.
No?
I'm not good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not good at fishing, man. I wanted to tell a story about, I think that was a Red Lake Chemical Health fishing derby. We took my woman out there, and I thought I went all the way through the ice, but I didn't, though, man. She was still sitting there at the fishing. She was like, it's not even going nowhere. I was like, man, you need to go through the ice. One time I even went out, I was on North Lake, man. I was all by myself. Took a day off, and I started up my auger, and it started before I walked out there, because that was going to be a long walk, and I made sure my auger worked. It started up, and I put everything in my sled, and I hauled everything out there. Took me 2 trips out there. My auger wouldn't start for nothing, man. I was like, oh man, I was all over set up and everything. I had to take everything down and head back in again. I was like, it's a good ice fishing story right there. Get
man.
all the way out there, don't even work. I could
Yeah.
pack up and head out again.
And I've had some pretty rough days out there when I should have just listened to myself and stayed home. I knew they were biting, but man, I had the tent blow away, lose the keys, got the plows stuck. Man, you name it, ran out of propane all in one morning, man.
Man, I'm not fit for ice fishing, man. I'm not gonna go there. But eventually I go struggle out there again, and it's so peaceful out there on the ice and something else, man.
Yeah. What are like one of the things that you're good at? You're really good at your job?
Mine is probably treatment planning.
Planning.
Yeah, where I get them into treatment and how long they're gonna be gone. Like they need dual diagnosis set in, or they just going in for alcohol. Like, do they need Suboxone? You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of things that go with the comprehensive assessment.
Oh yeah.
There's referrals, there's courts, there's civil commitments. I've seen a lot of good things come out of civil commitments where people do get the help that their family member wanted or whoever did it. Still, you got to be there for them, you know, because that's a part of our job, you know, is to get them help even if they want it or not. Just try to do good for them. Maybe they might get it this time, you know. That's the way I kind of look at it. It's like, say something like, man, maybe this time it'll work, man. Maybe this time they hit the bottom. Maybe this time.
Some of the like biggest changes that I think I've seen, like this is just kind of like more like just like because I kind of just said like anything. What I've kind of noticed too with a lot of the people that are struggling with substance abuse, there was a lot of them that were struggling with the methamphetamine, but now it's like these last 3 years it's like the epidemic of fentanyl has taken over. That a lot of my assessments they're all opiate based now, all severe opiates. That's like one of the biggest changes that I've seen. And before, as opposed like 3 years ago, when I first started doing this, there was a lot of them. It was amphetamine type substance severe. That's just like one of the biggest changes I think I've seen. Like there's like a lot more candidates that are qualifying as opioid use disorder, and they're seeking out the buprenorphine treatment for long-term dosing. I think that's just like one of the changes that I think I've seen. And another big one too that's still impacting is a lot of the drinking is still going pretty hard out there a lot too. I've seen a lot of them that are like ones that have been cycling through, like as you seen, like oh, this one's here again, back here for the same thing for their drinking again. But now this time their drinking has gotten bad to where it's like it's taking a physical toll on them. It's just not causing problems in their life, but now it's starting to take a physical effect on their body where they're developing pancreatitis and liver damage and stuff like that, where like to the point like we're like one more time, like that's like literally gonna be their last time like that. Like those are some of the some of the things that I've seen over time now hit bottom and just like really like pulled themselves out of it. Like with the help of like the program and stuff too, and like the mentorship and all, like like team support. I've seen that. I've seen a lot of them that just really gave it their best, and are doing good now.
There's one thing too that the pro has not utilized that much. They're gonna start picking that up piece of the program is aftercare and peer support.
Peer support.
Yeah, peer support. They're gonna start. We have Carl White in charge of the peer support, and there's other people that are gonna be doing that, and they're gonna get a new building right next to Giwata.
Wow, man!
They're fixing it up right now.
Cool, man.
Yeah, it's a peer support.
That's like that's aftercare where you can just like maybe just like get like a group and just like go spend time together doing something positive, right?
Yeah,
like sage picking or even like going fishing or something and just hanging out and doing like sober fun things. Yeah, that'd be cool. And maybe like get together and go to the sweat lodge or just sit around and just
have a talking circle. That's like that. Like a kind of aftercare works really good.
Yeah. Then you're gonna have like
Have you been on call a lot?
they took me off.
You
They took me off on call, man.
For real?
Yeah.
Man, I went on. I thought I was going on the 3rd of November, but I thought I was going on a 10th, and here I was telling everybody, yeah, I don't go on until the 10th, man. Here I went on the 3rd, and I went in like a day late, and everybody was giving me heck because there was some runs lined up for me, and I was like telling everybody I don't start till the 10th, but that was all my fault.
That can get to you too, though, man. Sometimes you don't even do nothing, man. You just one time, man. I was like, man, I kind of like the song call stuff. You don't get to do anything. And one time I went to St. Cloud when we used our Recovery Plus. In St. Cloud, I went to St. Cloud. Next day, I went to MASH. Wednesday, I went to Wapaton. Then that Thursday, I went back to St. Cloud. I was like, oh, man, I'm done here. Take these keys away, man. Be on the road like all week, man. But some people like that, though, man.
Yeah.
Some people like being on the road, but there's a time limit for me being on the road. I can't be on the road for all week.
All week. Man, I remember I got the Garden City run, the 8-hour trip, or it's like almost 6.5, 7 hours one way, 7 hours back. I end up coming back up, shooting over all the way over to Fargo. I got home about maybe 1 a.m. and I just laid down. That phone rang again, man. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I headed back down to Walker, or Pine Manor. Oh, man, I was burned. Yeah, that can get kind of hateful, though. But I don't know. Like you said, just gotta get up and go, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. One time, man, so they called me up at 4:00 in the morning, and I was like, man, I'll be there in 30 minutes. I was at Red Lake Hospital. So I got ready, got over there. That lady jumped in my vehicle, got into Highway 2, and then we're going to go south towards Nevis. And she wanted to stop at the ER. And I was like, oh, man, all right. So I dropped her off at the different ER, So then I got to go home. It's like whenever you're just there for them and you're just always there whenever they need help. Like one of these times they might make it, man. They might make it this time.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just got to be there. Just like I said, man, just be there for them whenever they come.
Oh, man. So this year, our program, man, so I got the opportunity to put together a first annual Northern Winds Treatment Center walk this year, man. And that was like a lot of learning and like the process of everything that has to take place. But man, it all came together though, man. There was like, we gave away all the T-shirts and stuff where it was walking in the rain.
Oh, yeah. I didn't make it, man. It was raining.
And everybody was like, should we just do laps in the gym? Should we?
Like, heck no, we're going to walk in the rain.
Yep.
No more rain, we're walking, man.
Yeah. But man, that was cool, man. Just seeing that big circle of people inside the Humanity. There's like about 100 some people, and I got to speak a little bit of our language in the middle there, and I just told everybody just like to do their best, and I always tell everybody, like it's just like like for me it's like I always say this, I always do this as a group exercise. I'll have everybody stand up in a circle and I'll have them tell the next person, tell them, recovery comes from your heart, man. Because, like, when I was going through it, bro, like, that's, like, where it came from, man. It's, like, all this, what I'm doing now, everything in my life that's taking place now, even through my early stages of recovery, man, it came from, like, here, bro. Like, honestly, there's, like, I really, like, committed myself and gave myself to the higher power. Chimani do, man. And there's a drum came into my life, a water drum. And I asked that drum, I said, man, I'm lost. I want my life, I want my life back, Can you please help me? And I said, I'm really ready to, I want to make my life better and I want to be a good dad, I just asked him if he could, forgive me for, all the things I put my family through and stuff, But I realized though that I had to forgive myself, bro. And just, man, but I just really made that commitment of trying to do things right, and this is how far I've made it so far, man. And just everything in my life is where it should have been like 15 years ago, And I wasted a lot of time, bro. And that's one thing I realized, I can't get that time back, because I was just out there, living my life, living a life full of mistakes and bad choices. But things are way different, man. My health, my family. I have a good relationship with my wife, man. Everything's all good now. I went from walking to work, bro. Now I have 2 vehicles with full insurance. So, things like that, it's just like a lot of little things that I missed out on, are coming to me now. And I'm really grateful for that. I remember my first week of getting hired through Chemical Health, man. I got to go wild racing for a week straight, man. That was really fun, man. I was like, man, we get to do stuff like this at our job. I was like, man, this is cool, man. So there's always something cool going on, man. So that's what I like about it too. It's just not assessments and groups and assessments and driving and all that. It's like culture. It's just a mix of everything that makes it interesting. I just really love it. I love everything about it. Man, I can honestly say the program like saved my life, bro.
You guys sign up for the Secret Santa?
No, but I would like to. No.
you gotta reach out to Reina. And
I know we usually have like a little get together down at Northern Winds, but I know you guys. I know Chem Health and Northern Winds. We're all under the same thing, But I'd like to go help and take part and be part of the crew, because a lot of them people over there, Kathleen, Jason, Aaron, all you guys over there, man. You guys were all part of my recovery, And I like to go hang in, help set up or participate, whatever. I just know that through my recovery, I got a lot of mentorship from everyone over there. Everyone had a little piece of my recovery and helped me in some shape or form. And, I'm just like forever grateful for that,
All right, we good. Thanks for coming to our podcast. And this is the second one that we did, because I don't know what happened the first time we didn't record or something, man. We're sitting here talking like we're recording, but we didn't record nothing. This time we got it, man. Me good, Snakes.
Me good.